Jacqueline Montalvo here. The record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jacqueline Montalvo 20-03011. Okay, Ms. Montalvo, I have here a request and summons for probation violation. The allegation on this is dated February 12th. It alleges that you tested positive for alcohol on the 3rd of February with the ETG of 2,530.983 nanogram per milliliter and an ETS 1,613.386 nanogram per milliliter. And so you have the right to have a contested hearing. You have the right to be represented by counsel at that hearing. If you're found to be in violation of your probation, your status can be revoked and you can be sentenced to a straight term of jail time. You understand that? If you want to request an attorney to represent you, yes. What's up is for a hearing on the probation violation. March 24th at 1:30. March 24th at 1:30 in person at the court, okay? Yes. You have any questions today? Let me know. No. You said no, okay. You're all set. You can meet with a public defender before you leave, okay? We'll get you your notice to appear as well. Okay, on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Elijah Juan Granberries, 24-01554.
Jeffrey Phillips on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Granberry.
Mr. Granberry is scheduled for a hearing on a probation violation today. Are we having a hearing?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Granberry is concerned.
He wants to plead guilty. Sure. Okay, this is from a violation dated from December 10th. The allegation was that he failed or not enrolled in MRT, and that per police officer report ending in 718, the defendant exhibited threatening or assaultive behavior on December 6, 2024. That's the one he wants to plead guilty to. Violations.
Oh, yes.
Okay, raise your right hand. And you can take both hands out your pocket. Thank you. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. You understand your right to have a contested hearing on this violation?
Yes.
You understand that you could require the prosecution establish the burden that you have violated these conditions of your probation status?
Yes.
You understand that by entering a guilty plea, it could result in either extension of your probation with other oversight measures imposed, or it could result in your probation being revoked and you could be sentenced to straight jail time. You understand that?
Yes.
Anyone threatening you to waive your hearing?
No.
Any promises being made if you waive your hearing?
No.
As to the violation of failing to enroll in MRT, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the violation of per police report ending in 718, that you exhibited threatening or assaultive behavior, how do you feel?
Guilty.
Factual basis, please.
Granberry, is it true that you were sentenced to a term of probation by this court in October of 2024?
Yes.
And, just part of that probation where you're required to enroll in the MRT class.
Yes.
Is it true that as of the time that this violation was issued, which I believe would have been in January of this year, you had not yet enrolled in that class?
Yes.
It's also true that you exhibited assaultive or threatening behavior on December 6th of 2024.
Yes.
Is it true that you were prohibited from that sort of behavior prior to probation?
Yes.
Any questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea if I have to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. The allegations are that, well, I should say the recommendation, not allegation. The recommendation is to continue probation. Jail time at this point is minimally suggested. It said that the overall attitude is fair. Acceptance of responsibility has been fair, but your overall progress has been poor. Says Elijah Wan has made an effort to get enrolled in MRT, but has been stuck playing phone tag with cognitive consultants. It is his responsibility to remain diligent. He has now picked up a new felony. I would recommend continuing probation pending the status of his new case. However, he needs to get started with MRT. You can address the court on sentencing.
I do want to say that since this violation was issued, Mr. Granberry has enrolled in the MRT class. Already attended that class at least once. Correct?
Yes.
So he is working on that issue.
He said he's already attended what?
One class at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to 2 of them.
For MRT?
Yeah, Monty. It's to the one he recommended me to. It costed like $50 a class, and I couldn't afford it. So he recommended me the Northwest Initiative down the street. And since then, I've been going.
Okay. Okay, so you seem to be back on track as it relates to this probation. But then you have a felony pending.
Yeah, no, I pled guilty to it. They gave me 14 days time served.
Oh. He's currently on probation, it looks like until July. I'll continue his probation at this time with no additional oversight since he's back on track with the MRT. So you're all set.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. People of the state of Michigan versus Kerry Seabrook, 24-01707.
Jeffrey Dillaby on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Seaver.
Okay, we were scheduled to have a probation violation hearing today. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding the defendant will be pleading guilty to probation violation for testing positive for methamphetamine and the probation violation for failure to adhere to no conduct order will be dismissed.
I'm confused. I'm failing to hear the no contact order is being dismissed based on what?
Primarily, may I approach?
Yes. So you're gonna plead guilty to this, testing positive for methamphetamine, sir? Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? Okay, you understand, you can put your hand down. Do you understand your right to have a contested hearing, sir? So I have a fan going, so it's hard for me to hear. I have one right on my desk. Okay, you also understand your right to have the prosecution put forth evidence to prove that you violated your conditions of your probation status. You want to waive your hearing? Or do you want to have the hearing? So you want to waive the hearing and plead guilty? Is anyone threatening you to do that? Any promises if you plead guilty to the violation? And now you're pleading guilty because you believe you're guilty? Okay, as to the violation that you tested positive for methamphetamine on or about December 30th, at reality with a result of 6,370 nanogram per milliliter, how do you plead? Factual basis, please.
Your Honor, Mr. Seabrook, is it true that you were sentenced to probation by this court in October of 2024? True that one of the terms of your probation is that you're not to use any controlled substance without prescription. Is it true that you violated that term by using methamphetamine on or around December 30th, 2024?
Any questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea and I find your plea to be truly voluntarily and intelligently made. The recommendation is to continue your probation to impose 60 days and suspend upon no further violations. Says that this defendant's first BP program session paid for by victim on, I can't read this handwriting. I guess it's supposed to be the date maybe, 1/7/2025, I think is what that's supposed to say. Broke no contact order. You can address the court, Mr. Rowland.
I think, despite these early setbacks, I think Mr. Seabrook has been doing well on probation since the beginning of January. He's up to date with his classes and other probation requirements. I foresee a successful completion of this probation, which currently is set to end in October 22nd this year. And then I can simply ask the court to follow the recommendation from the probation office.
Going to continue his probation at this time. I'm going to note that he will continue testing at reality counseling 2 times per month. And if there needs to be any additional measures for treatment, that will be added after we see how he does over the next couple of months of testing. I am going to impose a sentence of 60 days in English County Jail, but I'll hold that in abeyance, okay? That's correct. You have any questions? Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, Your Honor.
We're all set, so. Rodney Terry, present.
No, it's checked in from Mr. Carey.
Okay, he was supposed to be here this morning as well, but, so what is your question? It's Belton downstairs.
Yes.
Okay, Belton can be brought up, and then I don't know what we're doing with Clark. Do we have a hearing?
I don't think we're having a hearing on part one.
Clark can be brought up.
Barton Belson.
Actually, that he's late, he gets to wait.
Okay.
the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Darren Clark, file number 23-03033. Appearance, please.
Jeffrey Billabong on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Clark, who is standing to my right.
Okay, this was a date set for hearing for the probation violation. Essentially, he never actually reported for his orders. To actually start probation, I think is the application.
That's correct.
He wants to plead guilty to that.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is that correct, sir? Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? You can put your hand down. You understand that you have the right in this matter to have a contested hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that the purpose of that hearing is so that the prosecution would have to put forth evidence to establish these violation or the violation that's being alleged against you? You understand by pleading guilty, no hearing will be held. You'll be sentenced based on the guilty plea. You understand that? And you could be sentenced to a term of straight jail time. You understand that? As to the violation that you failed to report to probation for your orders appointment, how do you plead? Factual basis, please.
Mr. Clark, is it true that on or about June 20th of 2024, you underwent sentencing in front of Judge Simmons?
Yes.
And at that time, did she order you to report to probation to review your final orders with them?
Yes.
And is it true that as of today, that did not happen as ordered? And you know that to be a violation of the condition of, or the orders of probation?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
The people are satisfied.
Also says on the factual basis of exception plea, I find the PDPs voluntarily and intelligently made. Probation is suggesting straight jail time, says the defendant. This is the second time he failed to appear for orders appointment. He's not willing to complete probation. Jail highly recommended if it has completed inpatient treatment in the past several times. Not sure if it will help at this point. You can address the court.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had the opportunity several times over the course of the past month or so to talk to Mr. Clark about what sobriety is to him, what it means moving forward, and what this case has meant for him. And I can certainly see where Mr. Hanna was at the time of the writing of this report. I do think Mr. Clark is at a point in his life where he fully acknowledges he's 55 years old. He's got young people involved in his life that he wants to be present for, and present in a positive way, not a negative one, as well as his own life to take care of, regardless of any external motivators. He's starting to learn about these internal motivators in himself to not just survive every day, but to live a life that is fulfilling. To that end, he's engaging in programming at the Indian County Jail, trying to take advantage of any class treatment program he can over there. He's been involved with PATS. He's been involved with some other programs that I think he'd like to talk to the court about. And he's been involved with talking to his attorney on the felony case, Mr. Palmer, about that. And I believe Mr. Palmer talked a little bit to the court at a prelim a week or two ago about a plan and a desire to engage in long-term treatment. I think they wanted the specialty drug court. Unfortunately, they're full up right now. So despite Mr. Clark's wishes, he can't participate in that. On this file, I've done some calculating on credit. He does have a total of 53 days served at minimum on this. I would ask the court to consider terminating probation and entering a plea of time served here. He is going to remain in custody for some time on the felony case. We're still awaiting a pretrial date in the circuit court. And I think if there is going to be a release there, it's not going to be a release to the community. It's going to be a release to order treatment. And so I would ask the court to either consider that time served here, or if the court feels it's appropriate to order any more jail time here, that it be allowed to be served at any inpatient treatment or rehab facility once that bed becomes available for him. And I do believe Mr. Clark has a letter that he would like to read to the court. I have reviewed it with him previously.
How you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
First, I'd like to say thank you for helping me really want to change my life. Speaking to you now. I'll be one living life with that. When this court had allowed me to see that I'm better than I've been treating myself. I've got it all worked out now. But with programs, called Castle County Jail, and a strong word called jail time. I believe today I want to change my life for the best. Whenever that judge look at me, whatever it is that told me, Darren, it's time to shift your life around. For that, I took a real good look at myself in jail the other day and asked God, please help me with drugs and crime behind me. I won't hold myself for future, my family, for years. Yes, you have opened my eyes and want to change. Most of all, I like to say thank you. I mean, it's as far as like, I really see that you really care for people changing this. I have been putting into work also myself in Mason County Jail. I signed, you know, saying for various classes and programs. I want to allow myself to better myself. I work on things I need to work on with the people in county jail that will allow me to better myself. Work with people that care about me changing my life this time. It's been a long time, you know what I'm saying, since a person like me really wanted to cry, 55 years old. No one over saying a period of time, but also 20 pounds through the drugs. I know it's I never stop trying to say get drugs around in my life, whatever. I want to be a drug-free person. Give me a chance to place. I'm gonna put in work to see this crime, this truth, this dream come true. So I ask you today, please don't get nobody pass. And cause I use drugs. Yes, there are a lot of mistakes because of them, but off drugs. But off the drugs, I'm not a terrible person. Keep a job, pay my way through life, my family love me, other people, church people, society, community that love me, care about me. I can see myself pushing forward today, make this dream come true. Also, I had 2 deaths on the family. Uncle died. Always know it, Jessica. Mother died. And hardship that hit me back in October. I went back to November. Just a lot of stuff that was going on. But I gotta keep my head on the right path. So yes, I'll refocus on what it takes to stay away from drugs, keep placing things that will not support my sobriety. Those are that I ask you. Here, forgive me for my wrongs. I did wrong, so I must pay for it.
Thank you for taking the time to address the court, and for your candor. This is the challenge in this, Mr. Clark, is when we addressed or handled this particular case, you were coming off being in warrant status on another matter that I had you on probation on for some time. I think you now have 2 more cases, or at least 1 more case. Is that correct?
I believe it's
They're not
3.
certain. Okay, and then you picked up several more cases. Almost immediately after you were released from custody, one of those cases took place. And so what that reflects to me, and I think it was Miss Donnelly that was assisting you, I believe, at least on one of the other matters. And she, just like Ms. Sutter, were very hopeful and positive about the treatment that you were going to be able to get, and the new fresh start that hopefully you would get. And we would love to see that happen for you, but it can't happen if you're not strong enough to make it happen. And there's more to it than just a desire. When you're battling something such as a stronghold, as an addiction to drugs, it got to be more than just a desire. I mean, there's tools that you're going to need to have, and the willpower that you're going to need to have in order to be successful. Otherwise, it's that revolving door. And sometimes people get multiple chances, and the door revolves multiple times. Sometimes they don't. If you knew the amount of cases we signed to dismiss because they killed themselves, because they appear before me in the same situation that you're here before me now. You want to change, you have a family that would love to see you healthy, but you're not in a position to take the reins of that new life by yourself. What I see is since you've been in custody, you've taken access or had access to some programming that's to your benefit. That was the one thing I noticed. I said it to my assistant the last time you was in here because I remember what you looked like the time before you went missing. And then I remember what you looked like when you came back. And it wasn't good. You can see just in that short period of time, how that poison has affected your body. And you're really heading towards a grave, sir. There's no longevity with this kind of lifestyle. So it has to be you being just willing to do what you need to do and fight for it, but also having that willpower and having the tools. I'm glad that the CATS program is and other programs are giving you what you need so that you can do that. You said that he's expected to go to some treatment?
Yes, Your Honor. My understanding is that the kind of tentative plan with his circuit court files is they originally wanted to go into the specialty drug court. However, it's full right now. So where Mr. Nagel and Mr. Palmer landed last time was trying to craft their own version of one with essentially ordered treatment on each term of probation. I think the general plan there was to plead to one of the drug cases with the dismissal of the other two non-drug cases. And so Mr. Palmer and Miss Kleckner of my office have been kind of working with the CAS program to see if there's a bed available for inpatient rehab. And that seemed to be Mr. Nagel's standpoint the last prelim a week or two ago.
What happened with this 55th district court?
I believe that's resolved, Your Honor. I went looking and the only active cases I can see for him right now are the one I have here today. They were dismissed, yeah. Mr. Clark is indicating they were dismissed. I knew at the time they were closed in some way.
Well, I know that when he was here in October, it said he had pled to use the cocaine in 55th. That he didn't have a sentence on that.
I believe that was Tringle's case. We'll see if she has some notes in it. He did plead sentencing on November 19th. Ms. Tringle's notes indicate that he was given credit for time previously served, no further jail or probation ordered. I think that was largely because he was on probation here and they didn't wish to duplicate efforts.
Makes sense. So now where we are is he's potentially going to do probation in the felony matter with treatment.
Correct.
So no reason for me to hold over this file for that purpose. I do really wish that you would take advantage of whatever opportunities that they have for you in your circuit court matter and while you're in custody so that you can get well, because it's not faring well for you any other way. That's your only option, sir, is to get clean. You understand that? And so I'm going to give you credit 55 days Ingham County Jail.
Thank you.
And the balance of your, I'm trying to understand why is there such a high balance? Is that oversight or is there restitution?
I don't remember there being. Mr. Clark thinks he owes some restitution.
Okay, I see. Restitution owed $204.92. The $360 oversight is waived because you didn't have oversight. That will take care of this matter. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
For some reason, they did not bring Mr. Belton over.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I was wondering why they would bring him over. Is he in Ingham County?
I believe so.
So he should be put on Polygon.
Okay, I can call when I get back. Emily requested him to be in person.
I don't know. For arraignment. Okay, I think the judge. Got it. What about Robinson?
Yes, he is down.
He can be brought up. Who's representing? Somebody was late today. Bowser?
I believe it's Mr. Riley, but let me check. Was that?
He has them.
Oh, I don't have it as a PD case at all.
Do I even have the file? I thought, did she give me the file back? I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Bowser doesn't have an attorney.
I did not find a file in the public defender system for him.
Interesting. Dog malicious destruction of property. Oh, he denied, it says here. Court appointed counsel. Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
State of Michigan versus Michael Bowser, 24-02576. Now the prosecution's appearance, please.
Jeffrey Billaby on behalf of the people.
Mr. Bowser, we reset this so that you can make contact with the victim to resolve the offense. However, why are you late?
Get up here until just now.
You couldn't get up here? Why?
Some other things I had to do before I came up here.
I don't know what that means. You think you just come to court when you feel like it?
No, it's not that. I couldn't get up here until just now.
This is not the first time that you couldn't get up here during the time you were supposed to be here. You have a pattern. You think you can come when you want. Did you take care of the fence?
I didn't get contact with the neighbor.
Why?
I don't have no excuse for it. This is a lot of stuff that's been going on.
I don't understand. What's been going on?
A couple of deaths around me, and I just
You had death in your family?
not my family, but just
Well, there's been deaths around us. We're in court. You know how many deaths we've dealt with? Does it stop us from doing what we had to do? No, we did it. What is causing you not to handle your business? You're not getting to court on time. I adjourned this for over a month for you to get a resolution, which was a courtesy that the prosecution extended to you. You get it resolved with the neighbor, they'll dismiss it. And you're telling me because of things that are going on around you, you're not able to take care of your business. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, I'm sorry. I'll do whatever I gotta do.
I don't know. Well, you haven't done whatever you had to do. You had to get to court on time. You didn't do that. And you didn't come to court October 1st when you were supposed to be here. You didn't come to court on November 26th when you were supposed to be here. And you didn't come to court today when you're supposed to be here. And every time, you know what you've told the magistrate or the person who arranged you on the warrant? I had just forgot. Literally, there's been 3 different handwritings for judges, and that's what happened. I just forgot. I had just forgot, in quotes. You could care less about taking care of your business the way you're supposed to do. Do you work?
Yes.
Where?
Working my houses.
I'm sorry?
Working my houses with Rams Apartments.
With who?
Rams Apartments.
What's Rams apartment?
It's
Are you saying Rams, RAMS?
yes.
Where's that?
It's a company that I just know who owns it. They gave me a job.
No, you say you work there. Where do you work? Where?
Yeah, different properties that, I work on.
Where?
He has one on, MLK, Ralph MLK, on Saginaw. Just, he has a couple different properties.
What do you do there?
Whatever I need to do, clean up,
You pay taxes for this job?
yes,
Okay, so you filled out tax paperwork, a W-2?
yes, I didn't do my taxes yet,
No, how many times a week do you work there?
5 days a week.
Oh, okay. What's your boss's name?
Charles,
Charles what?
Mechanics,
When's the last time you've been to work?
last time I went to work was a few days ago.
Oh, but you work 5 times a week?
Yep,
Have a seat over there. What's this gentleman back here? Want him in custody on the bench warrant. He'll be remanded till his next court date. I'm not babysitting adults. She's probably supposed to be taken in the cups first. What's going on? Okay, this is. What is this? Dalton?
Yvonne Robinson.
Oh, Robinson. Sorry. And then Mr. Robinson is here for a hearing on probation violation. Are we having a hearing?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Robinson will present to the
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Javon Jordan Robinson, 20-03315, counsel appearance.
Jeffrey Gillespie on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Okay, let's see, Mr. Robinson. Oh, I'm looking for a violation. It says defendants absconded since 2021. Let's see. Failed to report since May 2021, failed to make monthly payments, failed to enroll in random testing and failed to enroll in MRT programming. That's what he's pleading guilty to.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct, sir?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yeah.
You can put your hands down. Okay, you have the right to have a contested hearing on this. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You also have the right in this matter to require that the prosecution put forth evidence to establish the violation that you've absconded from your probation. Do you wish to give up your hearing today, or do you want to have a hearing? Maybe I don't say it right. Is it confusing what I said to you? Do you want a hearing today, or do you not want a hearing?
I don't know what you mean, that's all.
A hearing, so I asked you, did you know you had the right to have a hearing on the violation? You said you understood that, right?
Right.
Do you want to have the hearing on the violations that I just read today, or do you want to plead guilty to those
I want to
violations?
plead guilty.
Okay, is anybody threatening you to give those rights up to your hearing up?
No.
Any promises being made to you if you give up the hearing?
No.
Okay, as to the violations that you've absconded from probation, how do you plead, sir?
Yep.
Factual basis.
Robinson, is it true that you were sentenced to a term of probation by this court in April of 2021?
Yeah.
And as part of that probation, were you required to regularly report to a probation officer?
Yeah.
Is it true that you had not reported to a probation officer after May of 2021?
Yeah.
Were you also required to make monthly payments toward your balance?
Yeah.
Is it true that you did not make those payments as required?
Yeah.
Were you also required to enroll in random substance testing?
Yeah.
Is it true that you did not enroll in that testing?
Yeah.
Were you also required to enroll in MRT program?
Yeah.
Is it true that you did not enroll in that program?
The people are satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied with the factual basis and accept your plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Obviously, the recommendation is straight jail time. You can address the court.
And with regard to jail time, I do want to point out that I believe at the time of sentencing, Mr. Robinson had 36 days jail credit. And he has been in custody for, I think, 15 days in this current stretch. So I certainly would ask that those apply toward any jail sentence. But aside from that, I'll let my client make a statement as he wishes to, Your Honor.
So I had got confused on when I was in jail. That, from my understanding, I thought once I completed that last jail time, I was off of probation. So it was just a misunderstanding. I wasn't running or expounding. I didn't even know up until
What jail time?
when I got sentenced the last time. I was already in custody.
You weren't in custody on this though. Let's see here, you were on a PR bond. It says here, from the time that you were arraigned, you had a 5,000 personal recognizance bond. Defendant pled guilty to added count 3 on the 25th. You were arraigned on the 9th, so shortly after that, you pled guilty. Then it looks like I sentenced you on April 12th. 12 months probation. I don't need, where did he get credit time? Where from where?
Well, I have a note from his attorney at that time that the sentence was 180 days, Bingham County Jail with 36 days credit.
He has no credit.
Okay.
He had a PR bond. From the time that you were arraigned on the 9th, is what it says here, by Magistrate Milmore. You said that you lived with your mom. You reported that you were already on probation at the time. So maybe you have another matter, but it has nothing to do with this. And then 2 weeks later, you pled guilty to larceny with restitution. And you agreed to relinquish your last paycheck and pay the restitution to the victim, Shaheen. And I set your sentencing for April 12th. April 12th, you appeared. I sentenced you on April 12th. You were not, I don't understand where you would have gotten credit, time served. Nothing on my file stamped that you were in jail at the time, nor is there a record that indicated that you were in jail. The next note I have after your sentence is from November 1st, 2021, that you failed to appear for the probation violation. You told the magistrate this month when you were arraigned that you was in jail and thought you were done. You got this confused with another matter you were on probation for. And when she arraigned you on the 9th of February, 2021, you reported to her that you were on probation. Not this matter though, you were on another probation. I don't know where. That's for your attorney to probably find out. And maybe you thought you were done with that one.
Yeah.
And maybe you should have been. Had nothing to do with this. And no reason why you should be confused as it relates to this on the probation that you were already on. If you're gonna get into multiple criminal engagements, you got to keep them straight. Coming in here and pleading, oh, I didn't know. If anyone should know how the criminal system works, it should be someone who goes through the criminal system.
Well, that was my first time in the criminal system. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what this says. It said you was already on probation. It says you was already on probation, unless the magistrate wrote that wrong, but she wouldn't go out of her way to write that down if you hadn't said that you were on probation. Do you work?
Yeah,
Where?
I work for Amazon. I deliver packages.
You still have your job?
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I'm not gonna put you in jail, because I'd rather you go to work than be in jail. This is a financial transaction device crime. Probably need your job.
Yeah.
And you probably need to enroll in the programming that you were supposed to be on. I also don't understand how or why you didn't realize you had a bench warrant since 2021.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got pulled over, and then they told me, they were like, just go turn yourself in. Obviously, I wasn't just running for 3 years. I didn't even know I had it. I'm not lying to you at all.
What's your address?
907 Clyde.
That's the address you gave us, which means that would have been where all your mail went. And then your phone number.
My phone number 517-202-6045.
Okay, so your probation officer would have reached out to you. You were supposed to do, obviously, appointments to set up to be on probation. And if your number changed, it's your responsibility to let the probation officer know that. The other thing is, you're not being charged with failure to meet for your reporting or for your date to go over the order to be on probation. So you met with probation and you completed the orders. You knew you were on probation. And you reported. You stopped reporting in May 2021 is what it says here. At least that's what it says. Maybe you must have gone to the orders and then didn't come back, because I put you on probation in April. That's what it sounds like. Nonetheless, hopefully this clarifies. Whatever you had going on outside of that has nothing to do with this case file number 20-03315 FY. That's the important thing. You got to make sure if you got multiple cases pending that you keep up with your case numbers. This matter, you were never in jail on this matter. We never put you in jail in it. We put you on probation, which we would have because of the nature of the allegations. The concern was that we wanted you to learn from the mistake. We wanted you to pay the restitution to the victim and get some more recognition training so that you don't do this again. That's what we would prefer. Okay?
Yes.
You say you still have your job?
Yeah.
I'm going to continue your probation. Have you paid the restitution?
To the victim?
Correct.
Yes, I do believe that they garnished my check and paid the victim, yes.
So there's no more restitution owed. It's only you owe $723.
Well, yes, I do still have a balance. But I thought that they paid,
They kept your last check. I know
Yeah.
that they were gonna do that but I don't think that your last check may be covered, all of it. This is probably what happened. You owed $1,141 in restitution.
Yeah.
Was that your last check or less?
No, it was, my last check was only maybe like $500-600.
Okay, so you still have some restitution. So that's why. Okay, so I'm gonna continue your probation for 6 months. You're gonna do MRT like you were ordered, and you're going to make your payments. Has he been, and obviously he hasn't had any interaction with criminal justice since 2021, correct?
I think that's correct.
Correct.
Okay, I'm not gonna require you to do alcohol testing at this time. You said you were pulled over for something outside of this and they told you about this?
Yeah.
They allowed you to turn yourself in, or you turned
They-
yourself in? Or they
they-
took you into custody?
No, it was Lansing Township. They called LPD and LPD told me just to turn myself in for it. That's what I did.
Okay, I'm gonna continue your probation for 6 months. You'll complete your MRT. And I won't require you to do any further programming or testing other than the MRT at this time, as well as I won't require you to do drug testing because that doesn't appear to have been an underlying issue, and you've not been in any trouble that I know of unless you were pulled over for drunk driving since the time I put you on probation for this. If you complete your MRT and pay off your restitution earlier than 6 months, you can make a motion to have yourself discharged from probation, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and if you want to know what the form is to make an early request, you can ask your probation officer for a copy of the form or get it off the court website. It's the 521 form, okay?
Okay,
Do you have any questions?
no, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record?
No,
Okay,
You're all set.
thank you.
You're welcome. They didn't put the person on from the jail and